Hi and welcome to this video where I will go through the mechanics of the first boss in Sandstorm Temple at the SCBNS server. The attack rotations will not be mentioned in this video, it's simply the mechanics that we will go through here. And we will pause the video and go through the steps together. So the phase is gonna happen at 90%, 60% and 30%. And if you manage to DPS the boss past the phase percentage, the next phase will start immediately after the previous one has ended. And at the start of each phase, the boss will always jump to the middle, creating a shockwave ripple which you can jump over. There will then be sand attacks from the ground, and getting hit by them, you will get knocked up in the air. The red AoE circles on the ground indicates the location of where the sand is gonna be. For the ranged people, it's always safe to stand around the small square marking on the ground, or simply staying on the left-hand side of the bigger circle on the ground at around 10 meters away from the boss. The square marking that I'm talking about is this one, and the circle that I'm talking about is this one. At the start of the 90% phase, you can see that we're already standing at the square marking. And since you're standing here already, the upcoming sand attacks can be easily avoided. You can avoid it by simply going left and right. And at the end, you will end up at 3 o'clock at the smallest circle, so you can get ready for the conduct share. So you go left, and when it's landed, you go right. And when the next attack is landed, you go back to left. And you stay there to share the conduct. So the furthest person will get a conduct line attacked on him or her, and you need to be at least 3 people to share the conduct with that person, or else that person will get too many stacks and die. And to know which person or character who got the conduct later, it's indicated with a light yellowish diamond-shaped icon above their head. And the rest of the characters who doesn't have the stack will be immobilized, they will be frozen, and they will not be able to DPS. So right after the conduct line has landed and shared between 3 people, you also have to CC the boss to prevent him from charging up a wipe attack. So you can see it here that we CC the boss right after the conduct. So if we go back a little bit in the video, this is the conduct line shared between 3 people. Immediately the CC bars will open and we do a CC there. And you can see that there is an icon above each character's head here that got the share. And afterwards, you will know that only 3 people can move, and they have to do the mechanics to help the rest of the party members to get unfrozen by KDing the boss at the right timing. And when you have to KD the boss, it's indicated with the icon or the buff that can be shown right under the boss health bar or above the boss head, which is the hourglass icon. And when this icon disappears, that's the moment where you have to KD the boss in order to help the rest of the team members to get unfrozen. And sometimes you know that it might be disappearing and appearing right after, and that's a normal mechanical way that happens. It's the game way of trying to bait people to CC the boss a little bit too early. The trick is to pay attention to the set of attacks which the boss is going to do. He will do that 3 times. And it's only during one of those sets that the hourglass will disappear. One set consists of 2 punishment attacks. It can either start from inner to outer or outer to inner. And then he will end it with one room-wide ground stomp attack. And the Hourglass will only disappear at the start of each set phase. So wait 1 extra second to see if the Hourglass disappears or not. So I'm gonna explain the first set. So at the start of the set, you can see that he's gonna do 1 punishment, 2 punishment, and 1 room-wide ground stomp attack. Since the Hourglass did not disappear, this set is not the KD set. The second set will happen immediately after the first one. Take a look at the Hourglass icon. If it disappears, that means that it's gonna be a KD set. It will always happen at the start of each set. The punishment attack happens, we can see that the Hourglass icon has disappeared. The boss will get interrupted after the KD, and he will therefore not fulfill all the set attacks that's gonna happen. Instead, he will immediately go to the third set of attacks, which is also the last set. He will do punishment 2 times and the room-wide ground stomp attack again. Since we have KD'd the boss, the rest of the team members will be unfrozen and can go back to DPSing the boss. Everyone will then get a buff shielding them from the upcoming Orb Slam attacks by the boss. And after those slam attacks, the boss will get 15% mech damage. He will then go back to its normal attack rotation until we reach the next percentage phase. And the rest of the battle will be the same with the mechanics. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.